But first, pole dancing is fast becoming popular, whether you do it for fitness or for fun. Either way, it takes great skill, not to mention a bit of confidence, to give it a go. But someone who has perfected the art of poling is the ACT, the two-time champion, Willow Arthur. Good morning to you, gorgeous.
Good morning. Thank you for having me.
You're very welcome. I've got to ask you first, how do you do that with your body?
Practice. I couldn't do that with my body the first time I started pole dancing, but 3.5 years now I've been doing it, and there is a lot more for me to learn. So
yeah, well, how hard is it? I mean, you've got to be strong, you've got to be fit, you've got to be incredibly agile. But how tough is it? Is it hard work?
it is hard work. Yes, yes. Like I said, though, 3.5 years later, I'm a lot better at it, so I tend to make things look a lot easier. And that, I guess, is the aim of someone who's a good pole dancer. They make it look effortless.
What about the whole make it look sexy element? I mean, I imagine you've either got it or you ain't.
Look, we tend not to focus on that sort of element. Yes, it is a sexy sport, I acknowledge that, and that's half the fun of it, but you don't go out there to look sexy. You go out there to perfect the moves, to join things together, to have your routine flow, and if that comes off, then yes, it does look sexy.
So do you have to wear heels? I mean, what is it with the whole high heel thing in the first place?
Look, most dancers wear high heels. You don't go to a ballroom dancing comp and they're not in heels. It's part of the outfit, the costume, I guess. It does make the legs look longer, it elongates the body, so it makes the whole movement look a little more elegant.
Well, I should say, congratulations to you. You are a two-time champion. You brought your sash in with you.
Thank you, yes,
Isn't it
yes,
just
yes.
delightful? I want a sash. I so want my own.
Well, funnily enough, last year I didn't get a sash, and I was terribly disappointed. So this year, when I was awarded the sash on stage, I was over the moon.
What else do you get? Do you actually get a trophy as well? I mean, what would you get, you know, in pole dancing? What would be the trophy?
Well, it's in its infancy, I guess. Last year I got some flowers and the recognition. This year we've moved up and I've got the sash, so maybe there will be a trophy next year, but no, not at this stage.
The national competition is what you're aiming for next, and if you grab that big one, then it's off to New York for the US competition, the world title in Jamaica. How serious has the sport become?
Very serious, and I think that's a great indication of how serious. The Canberra community is wonderful, and they've been really accepting of pole dancing as a sport, and that's helped us, I guess, gain momentum and helped people look at it as a serious sport. Nationwide, same thing. There'll be about 25 competitors from all over Australia at the Nationals next week. And yeah, the winner going to international. I mean, what more could you ask for?
What about the judging criteria? How does that work, and how hard is it to differentiate yourself from all the others, differentiate yourself and your routine?
Yeah, look, it is very hard. The points, there's 30 points in total. 15 of those are for pole tricks, 5 of those for presentation, and 10 of those for dancing, so for joining your routine together and I guess making it look like one continuous story. Differentiation from other people, that is very difficult. We're doing similar moves. I guess being comfortable up there, enjoying yourself.
So you've got to be creative and clever. I mean, you're learning new moves all the time, you were saying. What is the hardest move? They all look pretty hard to move.
I guess for the level that I'm at now, which would be an intermediate advanced level, it's transitioning from one move to the other. So rather than... I mean, lots of the moves I know, but it's how to get from one move to the next.
And make it all look smooth.
Exactly.
Like you know what you're doing.
Exactly, exactly.
Have you had any injuries, or what are pole dancing injuries?
I've never had an accident. I've never fallen off the pole as such. It does happen. I've never been witness to it, thank goodness. And I've certainly never done it, but it does happen. I actually have a torn hamstring, and I think for me that's part of my flexibility. I'm trying to get my body into all sorts of positions, and at my age I need to really look after it and I guess work on that flexibility more than just whacking myself into that position. So I'm learning a little. Like I said, I'm carrying an injured leg and I've had to swap and do a lot of things on the other side now. That's been interesting.
You just mentioned for your age. I mean, is this for any age though? I mean, is there an age limit?
No, I don't think there is. I only say...
Or should there be an age limit?
No, there shouldn't. Definitely shouldn't be an age limit, but I'm talking for me wanting to compete nationally, and I wasn't a dancer as a child. I didn't do ballet, I didn't do gymnastics. I don't have the range of flexibility that an ex-dancer would. So I guess what I meant, my age, dancing and attempting to be flexible the way I am, it can be tough on the body.
Can anyone do this?
Anyone can do
So
it.
there is hope for me.
There is definitely hope for you.
All the very best. Good luck.
Thank you.
What do you say? Did you say break a leg? Something like this?
Oh, yeah, no, I guess that's a
Happy polling.
Happy polling. And I'm on stage at the Enmore Theatre, so I think break a leg is very appropriate.
Good luck. Thanks, Philip, for your time. Thanks for bringing in the sash.
No worries at all. Thanks, Peter.
You're very